can't say that, girl, don't tell me you could say that shit. All she want is payback for the way I always play that shit.
Hello everyone, my name is Sage, and welcome to this video, you guys. The biggest issue involving YouTube nowadays is that there are so many people making content on the platform that videos and concepts become repetitive. With this video, I'm hoping to bring something new to the Pixelgun 3D community, which might get everyone interested in more than just being the best of the best. Today guys, I'll be starting off a new series that I have yet to name. A series where I will be going over lore, stories, concepts, and conspiracies involving Pixelgun 3D. I struggled a lot with whether or not I wanted to do this series, as I don't really know if you guys are into this sort of thing. However, if you are interested in this, or if you enjoyed it overall, do me a favor and leave a like on the video, and tell me how I can improve in the comments. I want to be as professional and on point as I can with this, so any room for change to be made is welcome. In addition to that, I would love to hear any ideas or suggestions down in the comments for the name of this series. I don't really know what to call it. Lastly, if you have any lore, concepts, conspiracies, or stories involving Pixelgun 3D with any kind of proof, that is, please send me a DM at xSaige #5478. I would love to cover it with this series, and full credit for discovery will be given to you. My DMs are always open to anyone, so feel free to do so. If you want to see more videos like this, or anything involving Pixelgun 3D, click that subscribe button and ring the bell to get my post notifications. That being said, let's go ahead and get right into this video. First, let's go over a little bit of history here. North Korea, properly known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is a country well known for its dictatorship and communist government. Founded in September of 1948, after the Russo-Japanese War, it has never really been thought of as an ideal tourist destination. North Korea is well known for its lack of basic human rights. Surveillance of every citizen is of absolute importance to the dictator, Kim Jong-un. In fact, a 2014 United Nations inquiry into abuses of human rights in North Korea concluded that the gravity, scale, and nature of these violations reveal a state that does not have any parallel into the contemporary world. The civilians of North Korea are ruled with an iron fist and governed with no slack. Everything is kept very uniform and solid throughout. To this day, people live in constant fear of their own life, and they do whatever it takes to remain alive. How does this relate to Pixelgun, you might ask? Well, with the most recent launch or update of the game, a new lobby or main screen was introduced, depicting what the game calls Cyber City. This Cyber City is supposedly representing the futuristic setting of Night City, a fictitious metropolis set in the late California. It shows many things that may very well be representations of Cyberpunk's famous Plutopian city, but what if it's something far more sinister? The theory of today's video is that maybe, just maybe, Pixelgun 3D has slowly been implementing more and more things into the game that relate back to North Korea, and now the latest lobby is actually set in North Korea. First and foremost, we will take a look at the latest Pixelgun 3D lobby. Here, you can clearly see the outline of a semi-futuristic city. There are many features that show technological advancement. For example, the giant hologram, the flying cars, and the LEDs. And strangely enough, there's little to no advertisement, which is much unlike the cyberpunk city. It is known that North Korea does not have much of an advertisement system. Since the government is communist, capitalism is viewed as garbage. There is no system of money, no private property, and little to no industries are allowed in the country at all. This is clearly depicted in the supposed cyber city of Pixelgun. There are very little advertisements whatsoever, just a few main ones, like coffee for example, which is one of the only industries allowed in North Korea, strangely enough. Now on top of this, there is a singular billboard which stands out unlike the others, which is the Pixel Cola billboard that is not composed of any LEDs whatsoever. And I think there is a reason why this billboard is not outlined by LEDs. The Pixel Cola references both Coca-Cola in the name and Pepsi in the design. Now, what if I were to tell you that both Coke and Pepsi are completely banned in only 2 countries in the world, one being Cuba and, you guessed it, North Korea? Now, I have reason to believe that they made this specific Pepsi Coke lookalike billboard stand out. How convenient is it that the one billboard that really stands out is the only one that is not allowed anywhere but North Korea? Interesting, right? This isn't the only thing about the lobby that specifically makes me think it's North Korea. Another main feature is the architecture. Take a look at the outline for the most populated city in North Korea, Pyongyang. Tell me if you notice any similarities between two of the buildings in Pyongyang and in Pixelgun. Do you see it? This odd triangular shaped building appears both in North Korea and in Pixelgun 3D with slight altercations, which may exist for the very purpose of disguise. In addition to that very obvious similarity with the triangle building, there is also another building that could also be from North Korea, which is this one here. It is shown both in Pyongyang and in the lobby proximal to the pyramid structure. This part is largely based on speculation, but you can't lie, the buildings share very similar traits. Now, aside from architecture, I'd like you now to listen closely to the ambience of the Pixelgun 3D lobby without the music to cover it up. I will play the clip twice and analyze it afterwards. There are two main things I bet you noticed in this clip. One is the very eerie ambience that plays in different tones and at different times. It seems pretty distant. The other is a message that repeats over and over again from a speaker, which is said quite obviously in an Asian language. If you missed one of these things, rewind the video and watch the clip again. Since the words from the speaker are so distant and quiet, it is hard to make out what they are actually saying. If any of you guys are able to decipher the message, let me know down in the comments. How does this relate to North Korea though? Well, there are a few things. The eeriness or distant synth of the lobby resembles that of the distant synths that can be heard both on the border of North Korea and within the cities. I'm going to play a few clips for you to listen to here, so keep your volume up. The first is from the border of North Korea. Now, here's a clip within the city of Pyongyang. I will play that one again since it's so short. Now, lastly, I will play a clip from someone who was actually in North Korea and experienced the unmoving sounds themselves. They explain that the sounds play over the speaker and you can hear a synth in the background.
And a guy yelling something that I'm sure is about the virtues and goodness and greatness of North Korea. But this started up at 5:30 in the morning today, and oh, let me tell you, best way to wake up in the morning is to some North Korean propaganda.
Now, for obvious reasons, Pixelgun wouldn't implement these exact sounds into the game, but rather, they would add it up in a very subtle way to keep it hidden. Don't you agree that the synth that is heard in the Pixelgun 3D lobby and the synth that is heard in North Korea are both very similar? Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe not. North Korea tightly controls the flow of information and news, so they have one main television channel that preaches the propaganda over and over again. Take a look at this image of North Korea's main propaganda news speaker, who appears every day on television to speak. Does it look familiar? Let's refresh your memory. Now do you see it? One of the main features of the Pixelgun 3D lobby depicts a cartoon Asian woman who looks so similar to the propaganda speaker The outfit is almost exactly the same. Given the fact that the speaker message containing the same words being repeated is coming from around the hologram, it is probably safe to assume that it is being projected from it. So get this, the same message being repeated over and over again in the Pixel Gun lobby is coming from a character that looks so similar to the propaganda speaker of North Korea, who also repeats the same message over and over again. Could it be a coincidence? Maybe. Now, we will stray a little bit away from the lobby here and look towards skins. Pixel Gun has a few skins that are meant to be Asian characters, such as the son of the Emperor and Belay Paizel. But it's this one specifically that I would like to take note of. Really pay attention to how the character is designed and the color choices for the outfit. Now, take a look at the two most famous traditional North Korean female outfits. These two are the most popular and are worn by women of high honor and social position. Does one of them stand out to you? Take a look at the one on the right. Doesn't it look exactly like the skin in Pixel Gun? And on top of that, one of the most favorite names in Korea in 2013, which happens to be the release year of Pixel Gun, was Zell, which is the exact last name of this character in Pixel Gun 3D. It must be a coincidence, right? Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of this episode of this theory series. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to click that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. It would help me out a lot, and it would show me that you guys are really interested in this. I put a lot of effort into researching information, digging up info, recording, and editing this, so I would really appreciate it. Again, if you have any Pixel Gun lore, concepts, theories, stories, conspiracies, or anything like that with proof, send it to me on Discord. I'd love to talk about it with you, and I'm sure that the people watching this video would love to hear it. In addition to that, you can join my Discord server and submit your stories with proof into the theory/lore channel. The link is in the description. Until next time guys, have a great day.